Hi students, this is the sixth main lesson. Very interesting, I told you in the last class also. See, this is the situation. You have defined six trigonometric ratios. For example, sin x is one such ratio. Now today we want to see them not as a ratio but as a function. That is the thing. So what we have to do is first try to understand what is sin x. Say you take a coordinate system x, o, x dash and y, y, then y dash. Take a circle, unit circle, and take any radius, say OP, this is x. You know that this point is AB, provided you drop the perpendicular here. This is M, this is A, this is B. So this we have seen already. So when x keeps on changing, say for example you can take it as y equal to sin x. Now you know the meaning of function. So this is dependent variable, this is independent variable. X keeps on changing. But let us have the understanding that this x is measured in radian because it is a real number. That is why we are first studying circular method. Now x keeps on changing and this is one thing. Therefore, for every x there is one value. So definitely it is a function. This is one understanding. Second one is, if you take x one round, that is 2 pi. But you can make any number of rounds on the circle, infinitely many. So if you are rotating in this direction, so that means you are going in the right direction. Suppose you are rotating in this direction, we know that it is negative angle, you are coming in this direction. So what you can relate now is, you can imagine that y is a function. So let me write f, y is f, actually f is a function. What is the domain of this function? X is the variable in the domain. It is R, because you can take any value. Positive means like this, anti-clockwise rotation. Negative means clockwise rotation. R to R only, because after all, what is sin x? Sin x is a number, okay, and it is less than 1 of course. So defined by f of x equal to sin x. This is called sine function for every x. But now, no doubt, any r, it is defined because you have to understand like this. You take the real number, like this is 0. As I have already told you when we were establishing the relationship between the real number and radian, we can mark the points here, for example pi, then 2 pi, like that here, and minus pi, then minus 2 pi, like this in this negative x-axis. So now for every angle there is one ratio, sin x. So definitely for all the values here we can find a value here. So therefore it is a function. That is the first thing which you have to remember. Then second one is the entire value of sin x. See, it cannot be more than, any value of sin x cannot be more than 1, because this is the maximum value here. This is the maximum value. Radius is 1. And you know that in any triangle, other two sides should be less than this, because hypotenuse is the greatest side. So this value is definitely less than 1. So one understanding is that sin x is always less than 1. It cannot go more than 1. But we have already seen sin 90 is 1. Therefore I can also include 1. That means the maximum value of sin x is 1 only. What about its minimum value? This is minus 1, because see here, when this p comes here, it is sin x will be 1, sin 90 is 1. Similarly, sin 270, if you come this side or take in this direction, minus 90. Sine of minus 90 We know already allied angle ratio, we have studied the condition. This is sine 90 degree minus 1. So the least value of sine x is minus 1, greatest value is 1. That means sine x lies between minus 1 and plus 1. This is another understanding. Therefore, we can say sin x is defined, this function f of x equal to sin x is defined for all values here. Whatever may be the value here, it is defined. So, but here it won't take all the values. Maximum it takes 1, minimum it takes minus 1. And you have seen this idea also. For example, you take a domain A and another say codomain B. Sometimes function will go to only subset of this domain. So this is the range. So range of sin x, therefore very important, range of sin x is from minus 1 to 1. We can also write this as closed interval 1 to 1. So this is the understanding. Now we want to visualize this sin x. That means we want to draw the get the photograph of this sin x. What is sin x? Therefore I can define like this now. First thing is f is a function from R to R defined by f of x equal to sin x. So this is the first thing. Now I would, and one more understanding is domain is R only. Domain is R, it is defined for all values, and range is actually, it is from minus 1 to 1, minus 1 to 1. Now we want to draw the graph of this function. We can also write this as y equal to f of x, but that's it. What is the method of drawing graph? So what we have to do is, let us draw a table first, taking both positive and negative value, so that it is easy to identify what is the nature of the graph. So this is x, this is sin x. I will take first positive only, 0 radian, then I will take pi by 6, then I will take pi by 4, then pi by 3, standard angle only, pi by 2. So you know that this is 0, this is 60 means 1 by 2, so 30, this is 1 by root 2, this is 1 root 3 by 2, this is 1. And same thing I can also take for negative values, so that I can identify what is the graph, what is the shape of the graph. So here x, here sin x, but I will take here minus pi by 6, then minus pi by 4, then minus pi by 3, and minus pi by 2. Of course, I should write them in the reverse order, otherwise there will be confusion. So this is, when I write in the reverse order, it should be minus pi by 6, minus pi by 4, minus pi by 3, minus pi by 2. And you can find it because sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So exactly this will be minus pi by 2, it is minus 1, then it is minus root 3 by 2, this is minus 1 by root 2, this is minus 1 by 2. Of course here if you take 0, it is 0. So these are the values. So very important is when it is negative, sine of minus x, this you can use, sine of minus x. Therefore I told you allied angles are very useful results. So this is minus sine x, therefore whatever is positive here, it becomes negative. So this is one understanding. Now how to draw the graph? What you have to do is, along x axis you take radian measure. So instead of 1, 2, 3, write them in terms of angles. So let me take pi by 2 here, and here minus pi by 2, because this is the highest angle I have taken, this is the lowest angle I have taken. Now try to draw the graph. When 0, it is 0, here it is 0, then when you take pi by 6, it is half. Therefore what is the maximum it can take? Plus 1. What is the minimum it can take? Minus 1. Therefore what you have to do is, mark a point here 1, mark a point here minus 1. Of course you have to name the axis, x dash, etc., y dash. Now you have to plot the point. So half here, when it is 0, it is 0, sine 0, 0. When it is pi by, see here, this is pi by 2, 90. pi by 6 means 1/3 of this, so it is here, so like this, and it is not a straight line, remember, pi by 2 it is 1, so here actually what happens is curve is going like this, going like this. Then here also minus pi by 2 it is minus 1, curve is coming like this. But if you draw the graph only this much, you don't understand anything. Therefore what I have to do is, if you take further, for example is here after pi by 2, what is the next one I can take? 90 plus 30, 120. I can take, for example, 120 means 2 pi by 3, 120. So what is 120? Sine. So here what happens is, sine 120 degree can be written as sine of 180 minus 60. So this is sine 60 only. But what is sine 60? Root 3 by 2. Actually, and when it is pi, note here, pi it will be 0 because sine pi is 0. You can check here, sine 1, all using allied angle only you can find. Sine 180 is sine of 90 plus 90. So this is minus cos 90, but minus cos 90 is 0, cos 90 is 0, so it is 0. Actually the curve comes like this, if you draw the graph like this. And here at minus pi, this is pi, this is pi, this is minus pi. Curve goes like this. This is the thing. Now you can extend this graph. For example, that's why it is called periodic function. Periodic function. See, it's a very beautiful graph. It goes like this. This is minus 1. Here this is minus pi. I will extend this line. This is x dash. This is x. This is minus pi. So it is one branch, minus pi to plus pi. See, and there are many other things which you can understand. See, 0 to pi, it is positive. Pi by 2 to pi also it is positive. See, here it is positive. What is this angle actually? It is 0 to minus pi by 2, negative. That means actually what you are getting is negative means minus pi by 2 is this fourth quadrant. This is third quadrant. This refers to third quadrant. This refers to fourth quadrant. So it is coming in this direction like this. See, here it is negative. Here it is positive. That is sufficient. Now you may have one doubt. So what about the next? Therefore you see, it is entire domain is R. You can take any number. Actually it continues like this. The nature is, this is pi. Here it is 3 pi by 2. Then it is once again 2 pi. So what happens is, it comes like this. This is the minimum value. Here it is minus 1. It comes like this. Then it goes like this. It continues like this. Here also same thing, it comes like this, goes like this, so like this, it is like this, then it cuts. And remember, it cuts, that means it cuts x-axis at all multiple of pi, 0, then it is pi, then it is 2 pi, like that. And this side it is minus pi, then minus 2 pi, minus 3 pi, like that. And at all odd multiple of pi by 2, either it is plus 1 or it is minus 1, you can check. Pi by 2 it is 1, maximum value 1. 3 pi by 2 it is minus 1, alternate. Here minus pi by 2 minus 1, minus 3 pi by 2 plus 1. Actually this is minus 3 pi by 2. So this is the nature of the graph, sine function, this is the thing. So it's very beautiful graph. And once you draw the graph, you can also understand it's see, in the textbook they have given a very big table. Don't worry about decreasing, increasing function and memorizing, that is not necessary. Just remember this graph, you yourself can understand. See, where it is increasing, increasing means it should go like this. For example, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, it is increasing, it is going like this. Then pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, decreasing. Once again increasing. So what happens is, in one branch it is increasing, in another branch it is decreasing. So all these natures we can understand from the graph. So this is sine graph, and it is very much essential to draw the graph and remember, because so that it is very easy to identify the nature of the function, whether it is sin x or cos x or tan x. So this is the first graph, right? Similarly, we have to draw the other graphs also, but procedure is same. Procedure is same. First you have to understand how to define what is the range and what is the domain. Then you in the beginning you can just prepare this type of table, then draw the graph. So let me now take the next graph, cos x. So cos x graph is like this. Here also, once you understand sin x graph, I need not explain much about the cos x graph. See, let us take cos x, x belonging to R, and this is the function. Here also same thing. See, cos x also, when you take the same diagram, if you take a unit circle, same thing. If you take a radius, say this here AB, this A also cannot be more than 1 because this is the maximum value. So cos x also range is from -1 to +1 only. For example, cos 0 is 1 and cos 180, this is -1. You can check using the allied angle rules. Cos 180 is cos of 90 plus 90, and 190 plus 90 means cos changes to sine, so it is minus sine 90 because it is in the second quadrant, so it is -1. So the minimum value of cos is -1, maximum value is 1. It lies between only -1 and +1. So I can say -1 less than cos x less than 1. What is the nature of the graph then? See, I need not once again show you the table value. We can draw the graph directly like this. See, this is the cos graph. So what we have to understand is, this is the nature we have to understand. This is 0, this is x, this is x dash, y, y dash. See, cos 0, this is 1. And cos 180, this is -1 or pi, under the same, -1. So here, this also oscillates between +1 and -1. Therefore, I have to take 1 here and -1. Then what you do is, as before, where it cuts x-axis, first you locate. So here, for example, if you take pi, I am taking in radian, this is pi by 2, half of that. If you take this is 2 pi, this is half of that, 3 pi by 2. And same thing we can do this side also. So if you take this minus pi by 2, this is pi minus pi, this is minus 3 pi by 2, this is minus pi, minus 2 pi. Now, at all integral with this pi by 2, it is 0. Cos is 0. Here also it is 0. Here also it is 0. Here also. It curve cuts here. So cos 0, 1. So if the curve comes like this, then cos pi it is -1. Cos 180 it is -1. Therefore the curve comes like this, 180. Once again it goes like this and it cuts here. Then it goes like this. Of course, scale must be accurate. Then like this. Once again it comes like this. Here also it will be cutting at pi by 2. It is a very smooth curve, pi by 2, then minus pi here, then once again here it cuts here, then it goes like this. So this is also a beautiful graph. It is the shape of the cos x graph is same as sin x graph, but what is the difference? In case of sine, curve starts from here. See, try to understand. Curve goes like this, and here sine curve cuts at 0, pi, 2 pi, etc. Whereas cos curve cuts x-axis at pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, etc. Odd multiple of pi by 2. So there is a shift, that etc. Say this is a pi by 2 shift, 90 degree shift. So phase, that is called actually phase difference. So this is the curve of cos x. Once again, it is a function. Is a f of x equal to cos x is a function whose domain is R. Why domain is R? Because for every x you can find a value. So you can go in this direction infinitely, you can come in this direction infinitely. Therefore the entire domain is set of reals. But what is the range? See, this is what you have to understand. It cannot go this side, it cannot come this side also. So it lies between only +1 and -1. So the range is -1 to +1. And other aspects of cos function we can study like this. In the first quadrant, 0 to pi by 2 decreases. pi by 2 to pi, this is the second quadrant, decreases. Then pi to 2 pi increases. So first it decreases, then increases. So this is the nature of the graph. So you need not memorize anything. First you remember how it should be traced, graph should be traced. Then you will automatically come to know what is the nature of the graph. So this is about cos x. Now let us take one more and conclude today. Of course, in the next class we can take the next three graphs. Next three graphs are a bit difficult also. Next one is, let us take f is a function defined from R to R by f of x equal to tan x. Tan x. But here there is a problem. See, what is tan x? Tan x equal to sin x by cos x. Whenever cos x is 0, this is not defined. For example, you see, when you take x equal to pi by 2, because pi by 2 cos is 0, cos pi by 2 is 0, all odd multiple of pi by 2 cos is 0. That you have to understand now once the graph is over. So here what happens is, pi by 2 it is not defined. Similarly, if you take 3 pi by 2, it is not defined. If you take 5 pi by 2, it is not defined. So how to draw the graph? That is one thing which you have to understand, where it is. So entire R is not the domain. Please note, entire R is not the domain. Some of the values you have to remove. So that is one thing. Second one is, what about the range of this one? Only for sin and cos, it is between -1 to +1. Sin lies between -1 to +1. Cos x also lies between -1 to +1. But for tan, there is no such a rule. Why there is no rule? So this you have to understand from the definition only once again. Therefore, you see, everything depends on how you develop the concept. See, once again you take x dash, y dash y and draw the diagram. So unit circle you take, for example, this unit circle, take an angle theta, draw the perpendicular. Let us say this is M, this is P, this is AB. What is actually tan x? Tan x is, by definition, it is B divided by A. B divided by A. Now you may think like this, B is also less than 1, A is also less than 1, but the ratio of B by A can be any value. For example, if you take 0.1 here, A can be very, very small. A can be very, very small, because when you take this angle very big, this value becomes very small. This is our A, this is our B. Imagine B is 0.1. You can take anything. It need not be unit circle, because you can define the ratio for anything. So here it is, say for example 0.0001. So what happens? It is a very big value. You have to shift the decimal, so it is 100. 1, 2, 3. I have to, 100. Like this, just check it, because here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I have, right? So definitely I have to shift here. Definitely it is 1000. Now, when this A is very, very small, B is whatever value, this value becomes big. Meaning, tan can take any big value. Any big value. Therefore, you see, when x is 90, tan is not defined, means it can be going to infinity positive or negative infinity. Both are possible. Therefore, how to draw the graph of tan? So this is very important. So what you have to do is, first table value is not necessary here. You have to understand like this. First you take x-axis, then y-axis. Where tan is not defined, all these values tan is not defined. Therefore, what you have to do is mark pi by 2, then pi, then 3 pi by 2, then pi 2 pi. Same thing here, minus pi by 2, then minus pi, then minus 3 pi by 2. Of course, you can come this direction, minus pi also you can take, minus 2 pi also you can take, minus 2 pi. Now first what you have to do is, since at this odd multiple of pi by 2 it is not defined, even you can verify, actually it's not necessary. So you have to draw a line like this. this value itself, this line you have to draw like parallel to y-axis. Similarly, here you have to draw the parallel like this, perpendicular lines to x-axis or parallel to y-axis. Here also all the multiple of pi by 2, you have to draw the line like this. Here also like this, all parallel. Now, what about tan 0? It is 0 because sin 0, 1, 0, cos 0 is 1. So, tan actually graph cuts the x-axis origin, it cuts origin. So, when it is, for example, pi by 4, it is 1 here. So, actually curve is like this. It is a very beautiful curve. It goes like this. Remember, it will never touch this line because pi by 2 is not defined. Similarly, here it comes like this, it comes like this, but it will never touch this axis. So curve is like this. This is one branch. Same thing, tan pi once again 0 because sin pi is 0. So here also same thing. The curve will be like this. It comes like this, then like this. And same thing repeats here also. Here it is not defined. So here 0. So same thing. So it is like this, then here also it is like this, then like this. So there, see, the understanding which you have to have here is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Draw the line, then curve goes like this, and curve goes like this, curve goes like this. So what is the domain therefore? Domain of this function is actually what you have to do is r minus. What are the values you have to take out? I have to take plus or minus pi by 2, both plus average minus. Similarly, I have to take plus or minus 3 pi by 2. I have to take plus or minus 5 pi by 2, like that. This is one method. Or you can say r minus, you can write 2n plus 1 pi by 2. N belonging to Z. You can check here. When it is 0, you will get this one. When it is 1, plus 3. When it is minus 2, it is minus 3. So all the values. So this is the domain of the function. Please note, for sine, domain is entire R. For cos, domain is once again entire R. But for tan, it is only all the values, infinitely many values you have to remove to define tan. What is its range? Range is, you can see here from the graph, minus infinity to plus infinity. Minus infinity. So there is no condition, though it is entire R. Whereas here we have to remove the point. And another interesting thing is, it is always increasing. Tan is the function. Sometimes you see in competitive examination they ask, among the trigonometric functions, which one is always increasing? This is the one function which is always increasing. So this is sufficient today. Let us take the remaining 3 graphs. They are also very interesting in the next class. Till then, bye. But before that, if you have subscribed, okay. Otherwise, please subscribe my channel and share with your friends so that it will be a motivating factor for me. So when students watch my lesson, when I see it is very, it's a motivating. I will be more enthusiastic to prepare and give the lesson. So please cooperate. Hope you will definitely subscribe and share with your friends. Let us meet in the next class with the next 3 graphs, that is cosecant x, secant x and cot x. Till then, bye, take care.